Hello, I'm here at Twisterella Festival 2025 with Swim School. I mean, the best start to the day watching you all out there a couple of hours ago. How did it go?
It went well. It was busy. We didn't know how busy it was going to be at 1:30 in the afternoon, because like we were just saying, you're either going to be there, you're not going to be there. There's going to be people still in the pub right now coming along later on, but it was pretty busy for our set, and this is the biggest venue we've done with Twisterella. We were at the pub across the road. I can't remember what it's called. It's shut down now. What's that pub called?
It's the
WC.
The West Garth.
West
West
Garth.
Garth. Yeah.
The last time we played Twisterella, we played that venue, and it was like tiny compared to the one we just done. So it feels good to be moving up the bill 100%. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was worth the drive.
I was asking that about like being on at 1:30. How does that feel? Because you know sometimes, well, you are classed as headliners, obviously, but the reverse headliners, which is something I've never heard of really before this festival. But what's it like being on that early? Because you know you said you're used to rowdy crowds, but like once people have had 10 pints in them, they might be moving more. But it's 1:30. It's different. So what is that like?
We're definitely more used to the mosh pits and the very loud crowds. Don't get me wrong; it can be annoying when certain people in the crowd are speaking for your whole set, but we call them out for that, especially last weekend when we were down in Portsmouth. I had to call out a guy who was just speaking through the whole set, and he shut up after that. But we're very used to mosh pits and people singing back, but there was quite a lot of fans there today. You could see people singing along and wearing the t-shirts, especially the older merch. That was cool, and it was just strange, but it was a lot of fun, and I think we all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah,
We've not played that early in a long time, so it was like quite strange for us, but like not in a bad way. It was just different, but we get to go home as well to our own beds, which we don't normally get to do when we play a festival, so that's quite nice as well. But yeah,
and you're kind of like giving people the best start to the day as well that they can ask for, so
yeah,
that's a
for
good
sure.
thing. And as a band, I think you're going on for legend status now at Twisterella with 3 appearances,
I'd agree.
the hat trick.
That's what everyone's saying.
I'd agree.
Do you know, we just had dinner and we went downstairs to this beautiful restaurant, compliments to the chef, and they were just like, "Don't worry, legends, it's on us."
I mean, it can't really get much higher now, though, can it, than the top of the bill? So long may that continue. But of course, it's very exciting for Swim School at the moment. Lots of music coming out, 3 singles before that album, which is out at the end of the month. So tell me all about that and how that's been.
It's been good.
This is our first album, so it's like quite a new experience for us, like kind of like, you know, doing artwork and delays and all that, but we've got there in the end. It's all sounding really good. It's definitely the album I think we've always wanted to write, and yeah, it's a joy to play live, and we're on tour for the whole of November, UK and Europe, so buzzing to kind of get the shows, the songs out on tour and like see how the fans enjoy them and stuff. So yeah, it's cool.
It's touched on that. It's a really weird thing because we've been sitting on this album for about a year, and you get in your head that everyone knows these songs, and we've been teasing stuff over the last couple of weeks, and there's definitely people in the crowd that know the stuff that's not even out yet, whether they found it on YouTube or whatnot. But I think once you get the songs out and we start playing them, like going on tour and stuff, that's when you kind of really resonate with the crowd. That's when they feel a connection to the songs, you know. So that's dead exciting. Good times ahead, you know.
it is definitely strange because, like what the boys were saying, we've been on this album for a year now, and to us it feels old, but it's not in a way, because we know all the songs and we've played them a few times this year. But it's just, I'm really, really excited to see where it takes us. And there's songs on the album that we are so proud of. And it's like what Lewis said, it's the album that we've always wanted to write, and there's songs on there that we've always wanted to play. And I don't know, it's really exciting. It's very easy to think that, okay, that's the album done and whatnot, but it's not even out yet. And that's very, very, very exciting. And I think people are going to love it because we generally love it so much. So yeah, I'm not going to give too much away, but it's a banger.
I bet it's exciting, you know, the debut album, it's everything really. And has it been like a time thing then, you know, from the Seeing It Now era with that EP to like building up to this album?
Yeah, I've always, like, we've done a few interviews now about the album, and what I didn't get before was that everyone says, oh, you've got your whole career to write your first album. But for us, they're all brand new songs, and the oldest song on it is maybe a year and a half old. And it's just, I don't know, I think it's all new material for us. Everything we've ever written and we've loved it, we'll just record it and put it out. We've not really sat on the songs for ages. But no, it's a bit surreal, like having an album. It seems like such a big milestone, but it's also just the start too. So you never know what's going to take us.
What would be, if I asked you what your favourite song to play live off the album is, if you could give a little teaser like that, might be one of the singles that we've heard so far,
I bet we do
or something
one song
unreleased.
each.
That would be great.
Okay, on you go, Lee. You take it away.
Go on, son.
My favourite track for the album to play live's Green Eyes, which was second in the set
Because you've
today.
got like a bass solo.
A bass, it starts with bass, so I get my moment in
Yeah,
the
that
set.
sounded
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
Aye.
I think my favourite song off the album to play live. Does this is this something that we've played to like people,
No,
Can
or
be
it can be
anything,
just like in
anything.
general? Is a song called Crimson Red.
Oh, yeah.
I love that song. It's definitely, I think, my favourite one on the entire album. It's just cool. It's a good time.
I think mine's is Alone With You, which was single 2. Was it single 2 or single 3? Single 2. Because I feel like when basically like the process writing the album was done over little installments when we were able to get down and into the studio and record it. And I think when we done the session with Alone With You, that's where it kind of clicked that this is what the album's becoming. It's so guitar driven, it's so cool. We discussed at that point that's when we're going to get a bass player in and make it feel like the 90s album deserves to be. And when we play it live, I don't know, it just makes me feel something, And it's been out a while now, so fans do definitely sing it back to us, which is always a bonus.
Yeah. I think I don't know, it's hard to choose. My top 4 would be a song called Say It All, Green Eyes, Always On My Mind, and Crimson Reds. And I know it's a lot, but if I had to pick, there's a song called Always On My Mind that we played today, and it's just like a heavy shoegaze kind of like emotional song, and it's kind of like our love song to music. And we wrote it last summer, the weekend of Glastonbury, because we weren't there. And I remember we kind of wrote, I was like, we'd love to write a song about, that sounds like a love song, but it's not about a certain person, it's about something else, which is music. And the lyrics kind of dwell on the fact that you want to be there in the sun and the crowds and the noise, just to be there with the music. And I think when we were writing it, we really imagined ourselves playing it at Glastonbury. So manifesting for 2027, we'll be on that stage and we'll be playing it. But it's just got such a nice emotional kind of like romantic feel about it, and we love it, and it's a really nice and happy song. And I can't wait for people to get to know the words and the lyrics and be able to sing it with us, because we've noticed that when we do play it live, people in the audience are really getting into it, and it feels amazing because it's not out at all. But yeah, it's a very, very, very hard choice, but I think Always On My Mind is my favourite.
Well, it's not long at all, because the album's out on the 31st, and these songs you're talking about, people can hear them all throughout November, because you are on tour, the UK, Europe. So tell me a little bit about where you're playing and how people can catch you live again soon.
God, where were we not playing, eh? It's I think we're kicking it off in, is it Newcastle or Hull?
Newcastle.
Kicking it off in Newcastle, and we're going everywhere really, and we're very excited for the Glasgow show, because it's the biggest show we've ever done at QMU. But also to play in Ireland, like in Dublin and Belfast, that's just going to be insane, because we've never been there before as a band. That's going to be insane. But then the fact that people are buying tickets to come and see us in Berlin and Rotterdam and Paris and all that, I'm like, what are you doing? But we love it. Keep going, keep buying tickets. It is surreal. I think the weirdest thing I've learned about being in a band and being a musician is that your music generally takes you like around the world. There's places that I hardly left Scotland before I started playing in a band, and then all of a sudden we're playing like Bristol and London and whatnot, and it really does take you to these different places, and I think that's the best part of it sometimes. Yeah.
I mean, it's such an exciting time brewing for Swim School, and it's only going to get bigger. And thanks so much to you all for joining me again. Love the set out there, and can't wait to hear the album.
Legend, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.